Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Onfinity training session. Thank you for joining us today. In this session, we will explore the sales order process in Onfinity. This process is a crucial part of managing customer orders efficiently, from order creation through to delivery and invoicing. Let's begin with a quick look at today's agenda. We will walk through each step of the sales order process, including creating a sales order, processing it, delivering the products, and generating the invoice. Additionally, we will review a real-life example to help you understand the process more clearly and practically. Now let's take a look at the objective of this session. The objective is to enable you to understand the sales order and its associated terms in the context of business processes. In addition, this session will also enable you to test the sales order in the context of business requirements. Now let's review the prerequisites. Before we dive into the process, please ensure that you have access to the Onfinity platform with a valid user ID and password. Also, make sure that the Onfinity basic setup and master data setup configurations must be completed and available. Now let's move on to the sales order process use case. To better understand how a sales order process works, let's go through a practical example. This will help us to see how the sales order is created and how it functions within the process. In this scenario, Green Energy Private Limited places a sales order with Sonic Ventures to procure IT equipment for their expanding workforce. The order includes 5 desktop computers and 10 Redmi Note 10 Red 128GB smartphones, chosen for their performance and compatibility with enterprise applications. This is the initial step in the sales process. The system captures all the essential details of the order, such as the products, quantity, and customer preferences. Upon receiving the order, Sonic Ventures initiates the sales order, entering customer details, product specifications, pricing, and payment terms. The order is processed, and a delivery order is generated to ship the desktops and smartphones to Green Energy Private Limited. Finally, once the delivery is completed, Sonic Ventures then generates an accounts receivable (AR) invoice, which is matched against the original sales order and delivery order to ensure accuracy in pricing and quantity. With this, the transaction is completed seamlessly, giving both Sonic Ventures and Green Energy Private Limited a transparent, accurate, and auditable record of the entire sales cycle. Let's move on to our next topic, which is the sales order process flowchart. It gives a quick overview of the sales order process to understand the complete flow. The process begins with a sales order, which represents the initial order placed by the customer. Once the order is processed, the next step is delivery, where the products are shipped to the customer. After the delivery is completed, the accounts receivable AR invoice is generated, reflecting the billing for the delivered products. This flow helps teams stay organized and ensures smooth order fulfillment. Now let's know the basic masters involved in the sales order process. To record a sales order, here are some basic masters which must be available in the system. You must have a customer, a product or charge, an attribute set instance, if applicable, a defined unit of measure, currency, a relevant price list, a set payment term and payment method, and a designated warehouse. That concludes the basic overview of the sales order process. By now, you should have a good understanding of the key steps and required master data. Now let's move into the Onfinity ERP system to see step-by-step process how you can create and manage a sales order in practice. To get started, open the Onfinity URL in your browser. Here, enter your valid user ID, type in your password, and then click Login to access the system. Once you log into the system, you will land on the Onfinity homepage. Here, you will find various mosaics that display real-time data based on transactions recorded in the system. These mosaics provide valuable insights for analyzing the current business position. The availability of mosaics depends on the user's access rights and the modules installed in the system. It is important to note that the mosaics you see on your screen may differ from those visible on mine, as they can be rearranged or customized according to individual preferences. To make adjustments, navigate to the Mosaic section and click on it. From here, you can insert another available mosaic by selecting it and dropping it onto the home page. To rearrange the location of an existing mosaic, simply select it and interchange its position with another. This allows you to easily adjust and organize mosaics in Onfinity according to your requirements. For now, we will not go into further detail on these mosaics and will focus on the sales order process. To begin our process, we first need to open the sales order screen in order to create a new sales order record. To open the sales order screen, you can search for sales order directly in the menu search utility. Or you can go to Sales and Marketing, then navigate to Order Management, where you will find Sales Order. Simply click on it, and the sales order screen will open. Once it is open, you will land on the sales order landing page. Before we move ahead, let's first take a moment to understand what a sales order actually is. A sales order is a formal document that confirms the products, services, and agreed pricing of a sale. It typically includes details such as product descriptions, quantities, prices, and delivery terms. The sales order plays an important role in the sales process. It not only serves as a legal agreement between both parties, but also helps ensure transparency, accuracy, and better control over organizational sales and spending. On landing page, you will see default mosaics such as advanced search, document status, warehouse, target, document type, and customer, which can be used for filtration purposes. You can filter the records available on the sales order screen based on these mosaics. Simply click on the hyperlink within any mosaic, and the system will take you directly to the specific record. Next, there is Open Sales Order KPI, which shows all sales orders that are still open and pending for delivery creation. In addition, there are two more important mosaics, Due Fulfillments and Expected Fulfillments. The Due Fulfillments mosaic shows sales orders that were scheduled to be delivered in the past but are still pending, based on the promised date. The Expected Fulfillments mosaic, on the other hand, displays sales orders that are scheduled to be fulfilled either on the current day or in the future, as per their promised delivery dates. From these two mosaics, a delivery order can also be created directly. Similarly, the landing page also displays charts that can be used for analysis purposes. The top 10 sales orders by value chart displays the highest value sales orders against the customers. The top 10 products by sales revenue chart highlights the products that generate the most revenue, along with their respective contribution. Finally, the sales order by product category chart provides an analysis based on the overall product category count for the products used. Here, as you can see, products from the standard product category have been used 6 times across different sales orders. Similarly, mobiles and accessories have been used 4 times. This is how the sales order by product category chart works. Now, to add a new record, you can directly click on the New Record mosaic. Alternatively, you can go to the sales order screen and click on the New Record button in the Action panel. This will open the screen in Single Record View, where you will find multiple fields that need to be filled in to proceed with the process. On the left side, you will see the header panel of the sales order, which provides a quick overview. Here, you can view details such as the customer, order number, date ordered, and date promised. These fields will automatically update based on the changes you make. The currency will update according to the selected price list. You can also see the grand total and the order status. The order status indicates whether the order has been delivered or not. In addition, you will find the document status, which shows whether the document is still in draft form or has been completed. Let us begin with the organization field. This field must be set, as it indicates the specific organization under which the record is created. Next, we have the target document type. This defines the transaction type for the process. In the sales order, multiple target document types are available. which can be selected based on the business process being followed and the specific requirement. Each target document type serves a different purpose, depending on how the sales order needs to be managed. First, we have the standard order type. In this type, the entire sales cycle is managed manually, including creating and processing transactions such as the delivery order, accounts receivable invoice, and payment. To put it simply, the standard order is primarily used to follow the complete sales cycle step by step. We begin by creating the sales order manually. Once it is completed, we move to the delivery order screen to create the delivery order. After that, we proceed to generate the AR invoice and finally complete the process with the payment. This is the standard process that is followed. Apart from the standard order, we also have a few other document types available. One of them is the release sales order, which we have already covered in detail in a dedicated session. This document type is specifically used for the blanket sales order process. In that process, the target document type selected is release sales order. Whenever there is a need to release a specific quantity against a blanket sales order, we use the release sales order as the target document type. Next, we have the warehouse order. This is generally used when items are shipped directly from the warehouse. In this case, when a sales order is created with the target document type set as warehouse order, the system will automatically generate the shipment once the sales order is completed. We will create this as well, but first, once we proceed further after completing the standard order. Then we have the prepay order. In this case, the payment ensures that both the shipment and the AR invoice are generated. So, as soon as the payment is received, the system automatically generates the shipment along with the AR invoice. Next, we have the POS order, which is mostly used in restaurants, malls, and retail shops. In this case, the entire process, delivery order, AR invoice, and payment, is completed in a single step, since the payment is made at the time of sale. This is the basic document type used for point-of-sale transactions. However, in addition to this, Onfinity also provides a dedicated POS module for managing retail and restaurant operations. Then, we have the credit order. In this case, the system automatically generates both the delivery order and the invoice directly upon completion of the sales order. These document types are essentially designed to reduce manual effort, depending on the nature of the sales transaction. With this, we have now covered all the available target document types in the sales order. We will create each type of sales order one by one. First, we will proceed with the standard order, as per the discussed use case. In the order reference field, you can enter any reference details related to the order. Next, the date ordered indicates the date on which this particular order is created. The date promised shows the expected date for delivering the items to the customer. For now, let's set the date promised as the 15th of July 2025. Next is the customer field. Here we need to enter the customer, for instance, Green Energy Private Limited, and select it. Once the customer is selected, the remaining details, such as invoice to business partner, location, bill to location, user contact, and invoice contact, will automatically populate from the customer setup, which we have already covered in previous sessions. For more details on how to configure a customer, you can refer to the dedicated Customer Master training session in the Master Data Setup. In the Priority field, you can set the priority for the sales order. The sales representative is automatically populated based on the login details of the user. Next, you need to select the warehouse from which the items are expected to be delivered. For now, we will select Sonic Ventures Warehouse. After that, select the price list, which will determine the prices inserted into the order lines and the transaction currency. Then, select the payment term, which indicates how the payment is expected to be processed. Next is the payment method, where you can choose the method according to the transaction being processed. If different currencies are involved, select the currency rate type, which determines the conversion rate to be applied. Finally, you need to save the record. Now let's move to the Actions button. Here, we have two options available to insert the order lines. You can either create the lines directly from a cart. If any cart has already been created, simply click on Create Lines from Cart. This will open the Create Lines from Cart page, displaying all available carts. If you want to learn how to create carts, you can refer to the dedicated cart configuration training session. Once a cart is configured, select the appropriate cart from the list. Then, choose the items you want to include and click on the Create Lines button. The selected items will then be inserted as order lines. Here we have the same product, Redmi Note 10, that we need to insert. Select the Redmi Note 10 line with the required attributes and simply click on the Create Lines button. Once you click it, you will see the message, Record Saved Successfully, which indicates that the lines have been inserted. You can then adjust the quantity as per your requirement. In this case, the quantity is 10. Manually enter the quantity in the line composite view and save it. The line will be updated accordingly. This is one way to insert and update order lines. Another way to insert lines is to go to the Actions button and click on Copy from another sales order. This allows you to copy lines from an existing sales order. You will need to confirm the process by clicking OK, which will open the order reference page. Here, you can enter the record number or simply type a few initials of an existing order to search for it. You can then select any record, confirm by clicking OK, and the lines from that order will be inserted. For now, we will not use the copy process. We can simply close it. Let's move to the Lines tab by clicking on the Lines button so that we can add a line manually. Here, click on New Record, which will open the tab in Single Record View. Select the product, in our case, Desktop. You will notice that the line number is automatically updated by the system. If you wish, you can manually change it. The date promised is automatically populated from the header. If you plan to deliver any product on a different date, you can update the date promised specifically for that line. Next, we have the Print Description field, which is optional and has no functional impact on the process. You can add additional notes here that will appear when printing the order. Similarly, you can use the description field on the line to include comments or important instructions for the product. You may also notice the description-only check button. For now, it has not functional. This button is expected to be removed in future updates. The dropshipment check button is used only in the dropshipment process. We will cover this in detail in an upcoming session. If we talk about how it becomes true, it will be true only based on the configuration given on the product. We need to mark the drop shipment check button as true on the product, and similarly, the warehouse should also have the drop shipment check button as true. Once these configurations are in place, the drop shipment check button on sales order line will appear as true automatically. If the product has attributes available, you can click on the Attribute Set Instance field. This will open the Attribute Set Instance page to select the attribute combination, which we have already seen in our previous sessions. We will not go into Attribute Set Instance in detail here. If there is any UOM available other than the primary one for the product, it can be selected in the UOM field. In the Quantity field, enter the quantity you are receiving. For now, it is 5. If you want to make changes to the prices, this can also be done here. As of now, the price is populated directly from the price list. If we want to make changes to the tax, we can select the appropriate tax to apply. For now, we will proceed with the default tax that is applicable. After entering these details, we simply need to save the record. Here, the contract functionality is used in the service contract process. We can also generate service contracts, which would be available when we take a product that has the product type as service. When the contract check button is enabled, the functionality can be used, and we can create the service contract directly from the sales order. Alternatively, we can also proceed with creating it from the service contract screen. This process will be explained in the dedicated session for sales service contracts. Now we need to move back to the header tab. Once the lines have been inserted, the Order Tax tab will be updated. Click on the Show Order Tax tab button to view it. Here, you will see the overall tax breakup for the order. After verification, you can close it. The Payment Schedule tab is updated only when the payment term is advanced. In that case, the payment schedule record will appear. For now, we will not move to the Payment Schedule tab. After adding all these details, we just need to complete the sales order. Simply click on the Document Action button in the header panel and, with the document action as complete, confirm it with OK. Once the sales order is completed, we are ready to deliver through the delivery order. When the warehouse team prepares and is ready to ship the quantity to the customer, they will enter the details in the delivery order screen. To open delivery order screen, we can either search delivery order directly in the menu search utility or navigate to the Material Management module. Under the Material Management module, we will find delivery order listed under Order Fulfillment. By just clicking on the delivery order, we land on the delivery order screen landing page. The delivery order serves as the document that records the movement of goods from the warehouse to the customer based on the sales order. It also ensures that inventory is updated and the correct items are confirmed as shipped. Here on the landing page of the delivery order, we have the mosaics that can be used to filter the records. We can simply click on the available hyperlink to filter. The available filters include Advanced Search, Warehouse, Customer, Document Type, and Shipper, if specified on the delivery. We can also filter by document status based on the available records of the delivery order. The landing page also displays charts such as delivery order versus customer return, which enable analysis of items delivered in comparison with returns. As of now, there are no customer returns, so the customer return count is 0, while the quantity of deliveries is shown as 4. In addition, the top 10 highest stock products chart highlights the quantities of products with the highest stock levels, allowing further analysis. The static mosaics, pending deliveries, and expected deliveries are also available. These can be used to create a delivery order directly from the mosaic, similar to the sales order's due fulfillments and expected fulfillments mosaics, without entering details manually within the delivery order screen. To proceed with mosaic, click on the document number of an available sales order, then select the required line, and click on the Generate Delivery Order button. For now, we will create the record manually, so click on the New Record Mosaic to insert a record manually, which will display on the screen in single record view. The first step is to select the organization. Next, choose the document type, which defines how the document will be processed. The shipment type is used when creating a delivery order directly, ensuring that items are reduced from the warehouse and shipped to the customer. The shipment indirect type is generally used in processes such as POS and credit orders, where it is linked to the sales order document type to generate the delivery order as per the defined process. The shipment with confirmation type is used when there is a need to verify and confirm that the items have actually been shipped to the customer at the time of dispatch. For now, we will proceed with shipment. Once we select the document type, the next step is to enter the sales order number in the sales order field. In our case, it is 50,009, so we will select it from the drop-down list. After selecting the order, the remaining details such as warehouse, customer location, and customer contact are automatically updated from the sales order. The representative is also updated based on the user login details. If there are any Incoterms to be defined, for example, if the transaction is with international clients or requires specific terms, they can be linked in Incoterm field. We also have additional fields available under the shipment section, which are primarily used for e-way billing and e-invoicing purposes. These include freight category, shipper or transportation ID, shipping business partner, transport document number, tracking number, vehicle name, and vehicle registration number. These fields can be utilized for capturing relevant transport and shipping information. For now, we will not go into detail here, as these fields will be covered separately in the dedicated sessions on e-way billing and e-invoicing. In the standard process, they are not typically required. However, If any additional processes are being followed, these details can be entered here as informational records. Now, by saving the header, we can proceed to insert the lines. To do this, click on the Create Lines from Sales Order button. Using this button, we can insert the lines directly. It will open the Create Lines from page, where the order is already selected based on the sales order chosen in the header. Here, we simply need to select the locator from which the items are expected to be delivered. If there is a need to change the locator and another location is available, it can be selected on the locator page. By removing some of the initials of the current locator, the other available locators will appear. For now, we will proceed with the same locator, confirm with OK, and the locator will be selected. Next, we can select the product lines, which are displayed based on the selected sales order. If we are delivering only a partial quantity, we can adjust it in the entered quantity field. For instance, we will proceed with the full quantity delivery. Simply click OK to insert the lines. The line will be updated and can be verified in the composite view of the Delivery Order Line tab. Alternatively, we can click on the Lines tab button to navigate on Lines tab to view and verify the product details in more depth. By clicking on the product hyperlink, the record will open in single record view, allowing us to check the line details in detail. After verifying all the details, return to the Header tab to complete the record. Click on the Document Action button in Header panel with the document action as complete. Confirm it with OK. After completing the delivery order, the next step is to create and generate the AR invoice. The AR invoice, or Accounts Receivable Invoice, is a critical document in the sales process. It represents the official billing to the customer for the goods delivered. By generating the AR invoice, we not only record the revenue in the system, but also establish the customer's liability for payment. This step ensures that the financial records, customer accounts, and sales transactions remain accurate and aligned. As we have already seen in the previous session, the AR invoice can be created directly from the Generate AR Invoice button available on the delivery order. Simply click on the button, confirm the confirmation message, and then select the document type as AR Invoice. Once confirmed with OK, the invoice will be created. However, for this session, we will create the AR invoice manually from the AR Invoice screen. To create the AR invoice manually, you can search for AR Invoice in the menu search utility, or you can navigate through the Financial Management module. Within Financial Management, go to Accounts Receivable, where you will find the option for AR Invoice. Click on it to open the screen. This will take you to the landing page of AR Invoices, where mosaics are available for filtering and analyzing the records. These mosaics provide useful insights into the invoices stored in the system. Since the use of mosaics has already been explained in detail during the dedicated session on AR invoices, we will not go into further explanation here. To add a new record, click on the New Record mosaic. This opens the screen in single record view. First, select the organization, and then choose the target document type as AR Invoice. The order field will automatically populate based on the selected order. Next, set the invoice date, which represents the date on which the invoice is created. You may also define a different account date if the posting date for the document is not the same as the invoice date. In the customer field, enter the name of the customer. In our case, the customer is Green Energy Private Limited, so we will select it from the drop-down list. Based on the customer selection, the remaining fields will automatically update as per the customer setup. These include the location, customer contact, price list, payment method and payment term. If any changes are required, such as in the payment term or payment method, those must be adjusted here. Otherwise, the correct order details will not be visible. Next, click on the Create Lines From button. This will open the Create Lines From page. Navigate to the Shipment field and click on the field options. This will display the shipment page with all available open shipments. From here, select the delivery order that was created earlier and confirm with OK. After selecting the shipment, choose the item lines and click OK again to confirm. Based on the delivery lines, the product lines and related details will be updated automatically. If there are any changes in pricing, they can be adjusted directly in the invoice. After verifying all the details, the next step is to complete the record. Simply click on the Document Action button in the header panel with Document Action. Click on OK to process. Once the AR invoice is completed, the process for a standard order type sales is concluded. In this process, each transaction is created individually step by step. Now let's move back to the sales order screen and generate other types of sales order to check how they work. Now click on New Record to create a new record. Select the document type as Warehouse Order. Once again, let's choose the customer as Green Energy Private Limited. Next, select the warehouse as Sonic Venture East Warehouse and save the header. Now, go to the Actions button and select Copy from another sales order. Confirm the process by clicking OK. In the order reference field, enter the order number 50009, select it, and click OK. This will copy the lines from the last created record. This is one way to copy lines from an existing sales order. Now click on the Document Action button. With Document Action complete, click on OK to process. After completion, the system has successfully created a delivery order, which we can verify. Simply copy the delivery order number 50006, displayed at the bottom of the sales order screen. Next, navigate to the delivery order screen and refresh the records using the search bar. Click on the back button to switch to the grid view, which will display all the records. Here, you will find that delivery order number 50006 has been created directly from the sales order. Click on the document number hyperlink to view the record in single record view. This is how the warehouse order works. Now move back to the sales order screen and click on New Record. Now let's create an order with the target document type as POS order. Next, select the customer in the customer field as Green Energy Private Limited, and the rest of the details will update automatically based on the customer setup. Now, select the warehouse as Sonic Venture East Warehouse and save the header. Click on the Actions button, and under Actions, click on Copy Lines from another sales order button. Confirm the process by clicking OK. In the order reference field, enter the order number 50009, select it, and click OK. The lines will be copied from the previous record. For POS orders, it is mandatory that a bank account is linked to the document type. To verify this, click on the Target Document Type field option and zoom into the document type screen. When the record opens, click on the document name hyperlink to open the record in single record view. Here, the document type for payment and the bank account must be linked. Without this, the system will not allow further processing of the transaction. The document type for payment should be set as AR receipt, and the bank account should be selected from the available records that you intend to use. This linkage is essential for the system to proceed with the transaction. Save the changes. Now, navigate to the sales order screen and click on the Document Action button in Header panel. With Document Action complete, click on OK to process. This will generate all the related transactions for the sales order process. At the bottom of the sales order screen, you will notice a message indicating Successfully Created, along with the delivery order number, invoice number, and payment number, confirming that all these transactions have been created. Next, we will create another sales order. Click on New Record to begin. Now, we will create a sales order with the target document type as credit order. Select the customer, again Green Energy Private Limited, and choose the warehouse as Sonic Venture East Warehouse. Save the header. Click on the Actions button, and under Actions, click on Copy Lines from another sales order button. Confirm the process by clicking OK. In the order reference field, enter the order number 50009, select it, and click OK. The lines will be copied. For now, we are creating these different types of sales order records for demonstration purposes only. It is important to create records in the system only when required, following logical business scenarios. Finally, click on the Document Action button in the header panel, select Complete, and confirm with OK. The system will then generate the respective delivery order and AR invoice automatically. Now we will move to our last target document type, which is Prepay order. Click on New Record to create a new entry, and select the target document type as Prepay order. Next, select the customer as Green Energy Private Limited and choose the warehouse as Sonic Venture East Warehouse. Save the header to proceed. Now click on the Actions button, and under Actions, click on Copy Lines from another sales order button. Confirm the process by clicking OK. In the order reference field, enter the order number 50009, select it, and click OK. The lines will be copied. Finally, to complete the record, and click on the Document Action button in Header panel with Document Action, click on OK to process. Here you will notice that once we complete the sales order for a prepay order, the document status is updated to waiting payment instead of completed. In this case, the customer needs to make the payment first. The system will generate the subsequent transactions automatically only after the payment transaction has been processed. Once we receive the payment from the customer, we navigate to the payment screen and process the record. This action will then initiate the delivery order and AR invoice. To proceed further, open the AR receipt screen. Navigate to Financial Management, and under Financial Management, go to Bank and Cash. Here, you will find the AR receipt option. Click on it to open the screen. You will land on the landing page of AR receipt. Here, mosaics are available which can be used for analysis of transactions, as well as for filtering records based on specific criteria. Now, to add a new record, we can simply move to the record screen and click on New Record. This will open the screen in Single Record View, where you can enter all the required details for the AR receipt. First, select the bank in which the payment from the customer is being received, and the transaction will be recorded. Next, select the customer. For now, it is Green Energy Private Limited. Then, enter the order number in Order field, or click on the Order field option. This will open the Order Info page, displaying the listed orders. Select the appropriate order and confirm by clicking OK. Based on the selected order, the remaining details such as the payment amount and other relevant information will populate automatically from the order details. Save the record, then click on the Document Action button in the header panel. With Document Action as Complete, click on OK to proceed the transaction. Upon initiation and completion of the payment record, the allocation, delivery order, and AR invoice get generated automatically. At the bottom of the AR receipt screen, all the related document numbers will be displayed. This concludes the process for the prepay order type of sales order. Now, navigate back to the sales order screen and refresh the records. Move back to the grid view to select the order. Click on the document number hyperlink to view the record in Single Record View. Here, you will now see that the document status has become completed, and the order status is delivered and invoiced, which means the delivery order and invoice have also been created against the sales order. This concludes our session on the sales order process in Onfinity. As we have seen, depending on the business requirements, you can follow the appropriate approach using the different target document types of sales orders, including standard, warehouse, POS, credit, and prepay orders. Each type has its own workflow and purpose, allowing you to manage orders efficiently, ensure accurate deliveries, and streamline invoicing and payment processes. With this understanding, you should now have a comprehensive view of how sales orders function in Onfinity and how each document type is used to meet different business requirements efficiently. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions or need further clarification on any step, feel free to reach out.